2012 regular council meeting to order. Would everyone please rise for a moment of silence? Let's remember all of those who passed away during the month. Please salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Fields, you want to do a roll call, please? Here. Here. Here.
Here.
Here. Brunel? Here. Clancy?
Here. Before we get started, we got this email today at 4:03 p.m. concerning the fueling station design, and that's why I have it put up on the screen behind me. That on the agenda, the item number 9 is the additional amount not to exceed $35,000. Well, as of today, the price came in, it's $36,223. It was an extra $1,600 and
200 what? $36,223.
$1,223.
I'm sorry, now. Again, 30,
It's 36,223.
okay.
And I'll give copies to everybody. That's the final number on that came in, so whoever is doing item number 9, if you would make that correction, if council elects to proceed. I think it's something that is needed. I put all the things on the agenda, discussed them with council at the work session, so I feel it's something that we should be doing. At this time, I'm going to go to number 1 on the agenda, which is the mayor's communication. Do you have anything, Bob?
I did have something, but however, I left it at home. I got an email from Scott Bonner in reference to an incident that happened in February involving several of our officers, and I left it at home. I was going to read it, but
That's all right.
that's all I have.
Okay, I'm going to open up public participation. Anybody on this side of the room would like to speak on anything, please go to the podium and state your name. Anybody on this side of the room would like to speak on anything? State your name for the record and your address.
Name is Terrence Hall, 201 Wood Street, Bristol.
Okay.
All right. I have a few issues. Ever since that first town meeting I came to, and I used that F word, and then I got escorted out, ever since then the police has been harassing me. That night, 5 officers stopped me, detained me for questioning me, saying I caused a ruckus in here, disorderly and all that, which I don't believe I was, because I just did what I said. You told me to leave. I left, didn't say nothing to anybody, left the building. They said I was disorderly. I don't think I was. 5 cops stopped me then. And ever since then, I've been getting harassed by the police. An example is, yesterday, I'm driving. My license is suspended, which true indeed they are. But I'm driving, officer sees me on Beaver and Buckley. I'm making a right on Buckley. Officer's coming up Beaver. Officer Johnson sees me, gets behind me, follows me all the way to Mill Street. Waits till Officer Soto gets behind me. He pulls me over. I pull over, right on my house on Wood Street. I'm right there at 201 Wood Street. He pulls me over and tells me, I asked him first, why do you pull me over? He says, give me license, registration, all that. I got the information because I'm driving a U-Haul truck. I got the information, give it to him. I said, why did you pull me over? He said, because I know you. I said, okay, but why did you pull me over? He said, because I know you. I said, did I commit any traffic violations? He said, no, because I know you. Long story short, he ended up towing the truck and everything, and The truck person whose name was in was right there. My fiance, she was right there. They towed the truck and everything. I had to pay $125 for that towing. That was yesterday. Week before that, Officer Joe Morris rides behind my house. My 2 stepsons are out there playing catch with the ball. He tells them, he stops, said, "Yo, what are you doing?" He said, "We're playing catch." He said, "Why you got them shopping carts behind your house?" He said, they talked about, he said, "Terrence got them behind, Terrence brings them here." So now he's yelling through my back door, yelling my name. I'm upstairs. The same day my newborn son was home, first day he came home. He's yelling through my back door. I come outside, "What's the problem?" "We're getting shopping carts." I said, "Why?" "Are you stealing from Walmart?" I said, "Well, you go to Walmart and you investigate, see if I'm stealing from Walmart. But if you really want to know where I got it from, I got Victoria Gardens near the dumpster. They tell me to come get them. I come get them." "Yeah, you're probably stealing from Walmart." Whatever. I turn around, I go in the house. The next morning, I come outside, I go to walk my dog across the street. The next day, I see my name in the paper for a dog citation, dog at large. I come down here, they tell me to make a complaint. Officer Randy Morris tells me, "Terrence, don't go to the police station, make a complaint, go to the district attorney's office." I said, "No, I'm going to handle this in-house. I'm going to go to make a complaint. I'm having to take my stepdaughter to school. I'm wearing the Mayor Lebo, Mr. Lebo. Joe Morris harassed me for no reason. He bothered me for no reason. Terrence, go up to the civil complaint board, make a complaint." I write a complaint out. I wait 4 days. Hear nothing, give my phone number, my address, they know where I live at, they know me, they see me. Hear nothing. I come back down here. Me and Chief Porter had a meeting downstairs. We didn't see eye to eye about nothing because he said to me, I asked him, "Did you see the report?" "Yeah." I said, "Well, what do you guys say about the report?" "What do you want me to say?" "What are you going to do about it?" "Nothing."
You have anything else?
I got a lot more.
Time's yours.
I know it is. I got all day. You watch basketball?
Tell me what questions are and I'll...
Do you watch basketball?
Do I watch basketball?
Yes.
All depends.
What?
Question, Terrence.
Do you watch basketball?
Yes.
Okay. All right, but back to the police. So, I get a citation for the dog. Now, yesterday, as I'm being pulled over, a big old Labrador retriever runs up near me. 2 police officers sitting right there. I say to them, "Excuse me, isn't that a dog at large?" He said, "Excuse me, what do you mean?" I said, "Isn't that dog running around free? Nope, the owner's not nowhere around. Isn't that dog at large?" I got cited for that. You know what he tells me? "Officer Soto, oh, that is a large dog." I said, "Excuse me?" He said, "Yeah, that is a large dog," and started smiling. But I get cited for that. When I'm with my dog, when I got cited, the owner wasn't with his dog. So I told you before about that picture of Tupac and all that, and Tony Devine, I believe it was racist. I ain't gonna say it was racist, but I'm gonna tell you it was prejudice. How they treat people in Bristol Borough. I explained to you, we have no respect for you officers because you don't respect us. I explained to you, Mr. Lebo, I feel as though I like you. I truly do. But I really feel as though that man right there, he got something on you. I don't know what it is. Because you used to be a stand-up guy, but you're not even standing up no more. You're not. What's going on? Oh, can I ask you that? Can you ask him what's going on?
You don't have to ask him anything. He could speak for himself.
Loud?
No, you're asking me the questions. If the mayor would like to address your comments, he'll let me know.
Okay.
And the statement you made is ridiculous on top of that, but continue.
Okay. All right. The dirt issue. You ever come to a conclusion about how you're going to move the dirt?
School board, they meet every other Thursday.
Oh, it's a school board issue still?
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Lebo, do you want to answer that question I asked?
Yeah, I would like to answer that question.
I appreciate that.
Do you have any proof, any facts that I'm not a stand-up guy like I used to be?
Yes.
No one has anything. You do?
Yes.
I'd like to see it.
I gave you a letter that you told me to write to you. I gave you a copy for you.
Yes, and I got a copy of that letter, and I
You're
will
not
be...
a stand-up guy.
I will
You didn't
be-
respond back to me.
Excuse me?
You did not respond back to me.
I shouldn't have to. The Police Review Board will respond back to you.
Then why you tell me to give you a letter?
They would get it. If you were here at the work session, you would see that I'm a stand-up guy.
Mr.
I'm
Lebo,
not going to get into any type of argument with
I'm
you,
not arguing with you.
okay? Like I said at the work session, if anyone has a problem with me, come to me, come see me, which you did. But I need things in writing, which you did, and I will handle that.
But in the meantime, I'm supposed to get harassed.
We will speak with the officers, the chief and I will speak with the officers. First time you told me, other than Joe Moore's, is the first time you told me other officers.
This is the first time I told you? Can you ask Mr. Porter, is it the first time I told him?
I'm not asking Mr. Porter anything. First of all, you said to me, when you started your statement, they pulled you over just to say hello or just...
No! I
because
did not
who
say
you-
they said hello.
Because who you were.
Exactly.
But then you said you didn't have a license
I don't.
and they impounded the vehicle.
Yeah.
But they were wrong.
Yeah.
Pulling you over.
Yes.
Then you said, second in your conversation, your dogs were running loose.
No, my dog was not running loose. I didn't say that. My dog was not running
That's
loose.
cited for dogs not running loose or something?
I got cited for dog at large. I did.
At
I walked my
large.
dog across the street. Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. And they were wrong again.
Yeah.
So,
Joe
because
Morris
you were
was.
driving without a license,
Mhm.
they were wrong for pulling you over.
Yes.
And then, okay, you answered my question, I'm nothing else.
You asked me, they was wrong for that. You got a reason to pull me over.
But they're
Am I
harassing
correct?
you.
Yes.
Okay, well, the mayor said file a complaint.
I did.
Okay, well, you do what you're supposed to do, I guess you'll hear from somebody. I don't run the police department, the mayor does,
Then why are you talking?
because you asked me the questions and I'm
You
answering.
came, I was talking to the mayor. You jumped in.
All right, are you done?
No. You play basketball, right? You like basketball.
Do I like basketball?
Yes.
Yes, I like basketball.
What's your favorite team?
Come on, Terrence, this accounts. This is a public meeting about political things that have to happen in Bristol. It's nothing to do with basketball. So either you want to ask us a question about something pertaining to the borough or something, but we're not going to get into
It's
talking.
been about the basketball team and about the borough.
You're done.
How am I done?
Are you done with borough business?
No.
Okay, well, then what is your borough question?
It's about the basketball team.
I'm trying to be nice. Either you're going to ask questions about this council or the borough, or I'm going to ask you to sit down.
Okay, about the dirt then. Can we go talk about the
Dirt is a
board?
school board issue. It's nothing to do with Bristol Borough Council. They're two separate entities. There's a school board and there's a council.
Oh.
You have a problem with the dirt, go to the school board meeting and ask them
You know what
what
days they are?
Pardon me?
You know what days they are?
What days do they meet?
Yes.
I think the first Thursday of the month and the third Thursday of the month.
Okay. Can you ask Mr. Lebo his office hours? Because I asked
He
him.
don't have office hours.
He's the mayor. He don't have office
No,
hours?
mayor doesn't have a full-time job here. If he wants to meet with you, that he'll elect to set up an appointment with you to meet.
Can I address that one? I did set up an appointment for him, and he never showed. I stayed here for 2 hours, and he never showed.
And can I address the reason why?
Go ahead.
They told me that they come, don't trust you.
Well,
That was the reason I did not
Fine,
come.
and I'm not
Because my
gonna meet
mother
with
wasn't
you.
available at the time, my father wasn't
I'm not going to
available.
meet with you then, because you don't trust me. Okay?
You told me to give you something in writing. You didn't do nothing about it. Why should I trust you?
How do you know I didn't?
Because they're still harassing me.
Because... I'm done talking about this issue.
Done? The mayor's
Can I
done.
ask you this?
You can ask me anything you want.
All right. Is it legal for a police officer to say that I'm stealing when I'm not stealing?
I don't run the police department.
Can you ask the mayor or the chief of police that?
I think the mayor's done with you, he said.
Can you ask the chief of police that?
Chief of police will not answer any of your questions. You want to set up an appointment with the chief, which you did, because I'm not going to have you badger this police department or the mayor or any member of this council.
I'm not
You got
badgering,
a
but
problem, you follow the procedures, you file the complaint with the Civilian Complaint Review Board, that'll get handed over to whoever runs that committee, and I guess you will be contacted by them. And it's not a job for them where they got to answer you in 24 hours.
I didn't say it was 24 hours. I didn't
Okay,
wait
well,
for 24 hours.
however, it's 4 days or whatever, it may take a little longer for them to get in touch with you. But if the mayor had a letter that he handed in, I'm sure he followed whatever procedures need to be followed, and I'm sure so did the chief.
You sure?
I didn't see the letter or anything, but I can guarantee you, if the mayor told you he handed that letter over, I can guarantee he did. And I'm sure the chief did whatever he was supposed to do. You have anything else?
Sir.
Anybody else on this side of the room would like to speak on anything?
Good evening. I'm Ken Bixler. I live on the 300 block of Cleveland Street. A couple questions for council. First of all, why is the meeting tonight? I thought when there's a holiday observed, it's on Tuesday.
Well, we moved it to tonight. That was my decision. I set the agenda and the times of the meetings.
Okay. I mean, like, I just wonder how people are supposed to know. I mean, like, 'cause,
We advertised it when we had the work session, and it was in the newspaper for us advertising.
oh, it was in the newspaper?
Has to be by law.
Oh, when you change it, it has to be?
Yes.
Okay, all right, that's good to know. I didn't know that. Okay, the borough website's down. It's under construction. Do you know when that'll be up again? You don't know?
Yeah.
No?
The guy that films the meetings, after you're done, if you want to go ask him, I'm sure he'll tell you.
Okay. Okay, another question, well, not a question, but I was surprised that there was no mention last month about Councilman Devine appearing on ABC's Shark Tank, featuring his invention, the original Profender. The fact that during Mr. Devine's presentation, Bristol Borough was spotlighted on a national stage, and I just thought that should have been noteworthy.
Well, I think that Mr. Grizzly and Mr. Devine will confirm that, spoke at that podium
Oh,
and
yeah, the month before, right, I remember that.
mentioned everything about it, so I think he covered all bases on that for us.
Yeah, he mentioned that it was going to be on, which was nice, but I don't think a lot of people realized that there was going to be shots or videos of the town.
I think any of us did, because nobody's seen it. So how would we know that?
No, you saw after that resident, he mentioned it before the fact, so everybody knew, which was good. But I'm saying, and when did this take place? In January? When was it? Was it January, February? Whatever, whenever.
March 9th.
Oh, March.
Yeah, when it aired, March 9th.
Okay, well, then it was before the meeting. I just thought it would have been nice to be, especially not only because it was nice, good for Tony to have that invention, but also the fact that it was just nice to have Bristol spotlighted on a national stage.
I
I
don't
just
know if
thought
you
it was...
saw, Ken, I didn't get the deal.
What's
I don't know
that?
if you saw, I didn't get the deal.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. It was still, you did a great job.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Okay, that was another thing I just wanted to mention. The other thing, I had a question. We see a lot of plaques being presented to residents and former council members at these meetings, and I'm not questioning the legitimacy of any of them. I think it's a nice thing. But just to name a few, like of the council members, there was a plaque presentation for former Councilman Harris, who served 2 terms. There was a plaque presentation for former Councilman Salerno, who served 1 term. There was a plaque presentation for former Councilman Guerrio to his family because he's deceased. But there was no plaque presentation to Councilman Musey or Councilman Lutz. Musey served 1.5 terms and Lutz served 5 terms. Why is that?
Nobody brought it up.
Nobody brought it. I mean, who makes the decisions to make the presentation? Any member of council?
could bring it up that they would like to honor Mr. Lutz or Mr. Musey, and
Okay, I just wanted to,
no problem honoring anybody.
okay, that's good. That's good to know. I just thought it was strange that I see, and it's a good thing, I see so many presentations, but not for those 2 council members. Okay, the other thing, a few months ago, I congratulated council on receiving a $399,000 grant, casino grant. I asked why the funds were requested for the garage project and not other areas that are in need, like the borough fire companies, the emergency radio system that has to be updated, which are some of the areas that other towns, townships and boroughs requested funds from the casino for. I question that, and the fact that the project was under budget, and you said to me, yes, the project is under budget. Do you remember saying that a couple months ago? All right. Anyhow, I heard you say to Councilman Devine last month that the project is no longer, well, it's going to go over budget with these change orders. There's about 8 that I know of, the change orders in there. Do you know what how much is the current budget for the project?
Well, the original contract on the borough garage, I think I have it here, was $2,552,855.
Okay.
As of 1/24, we had a credit, or $23,887 in change orders, was less than 1%. It was 0.9%. So as of April 11th, the total borough garage was $2,576,742.99. Now, we also spent $28,407 to remove debris that should have been removed when we originally were cited with the DEP.
I'm sorry, how much was that to remove the debris?
$28,407
Okay.
of debris that should have been removed when we did the cleanup originally, but we couldn't get to this one area, so we knew we would have to do that eventually. What I said to council the other day is, there are things that if we elect to do is going to put the job over budget, which was the generator, the extension of the canopy, the floor covering, and some miscellaneous items, which totals about $97,822 exactly. So even if council elects tonight to vote for all these change orders, the job will probably go, it's about $121,709 in change orders. The job will end up going to $2,674,564.99, which is approximately 4.76% over budget, which
That's not, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think is outstanding for what we're doing down there.
It changed so many times, the price. I mean, it went from 1.3 to 1.8, 2.3, 2.5, back to 1.8. I mean, so many changes.
Right.
Also, this figure here of 2674 that you gave with the change orders, that also doesn't include the over 300,000 in engineering fees, correct?
Does not.
So you add that on, you're in and around $3 million then.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, that's all I need to know.
building, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it
It's
is.
well worth every dime.
It should be, yeah.
It's well
Yeah.
worth every dime we're spending.
Thank you.
And Mr. Bixler, there's $1.5 million worth of grant money that went into this.
Yes.
So you can note all that for May's election, okay? Anybody else on this side of the room would like to speak? Okay, that ends public participation. Number 3 on the agenda.
Making a motion to approve the minutes of 3/12 and 4/2 and accept the treasurer's report for February, accept the police and DJ's report for March, accept the fire chief's report for March, accept the borough inspector's report for March, and accept the HARB report for March 26th.
Do I have a second by Ms. Cullen? Any other questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 4.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to read number 4.
to approve the resolution of traffic signal maintenance agreement, application for permit to install flashing warning device, sidewalk maintenance agreement, and landscape maintenance agreement with PennDOT for the Route 13 Safety Improvement Project.
Second by Mr. Sabatini. Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 5.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion authorizing the purchase of the digester heat exchanger from Siemens Industry in the amount of $248,500 per advertised bid.
Second by Ms. Rodriguez. Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 6.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to authorize the advertising and ordinance to prohibit the use of interior furniture outside of a structure.
Second by Mr. Sabatini. Any questions or comments?
I just would like to say that I appreciate the input from everyone on this, and we've been working closely, especially with Vice President Trinnell, in the sense of we kind of had a few discussions over the weekend. I think we're moving in the right direction where we can agree on what this will look like.
Any other questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
2 noes?
Yep.
Okay. Betty and Robin voted no. All right, number 7 on the agenda.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to authorize payment of $39,053 to Bucks County Redevelopment Authority for acquisition of the Bristol Borough steel treating property per the Redevelopment Authority letter dated 2/10/12.
Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Polensky. Questions or comments? Mr. Sabatini?
Yes, Mr. President, I'd like to bring up the fact that this $39,053 was actually a different number. And if Mr. Salerno can give out that real number, he'll give you a testament as to how much we saved on this project.
The total amount that was spent, including the taking amount plus the administrative fees and the attorney's fees for the RDA, was a total of $239. And then there was a loan that was forgiven by the RDA for $200,000.
So basically, what the solicitor is saying, Mr. Salerno, is that we're paying $39,000 to finish this up for the payment, and this town has saved $200,000.
Correct.
I think that is an outstanding effort, and I'd like to thank the Redevelopment Authority and this council for its hard work at going after that. $200,000 in today's economy is a lot of money, and it's something that we should not forget. Thank you, Mr. President.
Any other comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 8.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to authorize the purchase of emergency generator for the Public Works facility in the amount of $38,105.
Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Pezzett. Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Mr. President, I'd like to authorize a 12-foot canopy extension for the gas and fuel tanks at the Public Works facility in the amount not to exceed $36,223.
Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Sabatini. Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Number 10.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the floor finishes at the Public Works facility in the amount of $24,321.
I have a second. Second by Mr. Polensky. Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 11.
Mr. President, I would like to make a motion to ratify the change orders number 20 for $3,529 additionally, change order number 21 for $1,864 additionally, change order number 22, which is unchanged, change order number 23 in the amount of $1,125 additionally, Change order number 24 in the amount of $1,660 additionally for the Public Works facility.
Do I have a second? Second by Ms. Rodriguez. Any questions or comments?
Yes, I have a question and I think a comment. First question is, can we have these so we can vote on them separately? Because there are some individually that I agree with, but there are also some of that are on there that I think is wasteful spending. And some of these things I would like to see that, I think that we could do without, or we could use our own people to do them to save us money.
Shall I read it separately, Mr. President?
You,
These are the ones that I've approved.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Devine, you could just, for the record, go on record and state which ones you're in favor of and which ones you're not.
Okay, so for the record, number 20, to make the letters bigger is going to cost us $3,529. This is item number 20.
Right.
I see no reason to do this except cosmetic. I don't understand why we have to make them larger and spend another $3,500. The other one that I'm against is the additional $1,660, which we are going to paint the sides of the salt shed, where this is something I think, we could buy the paint ourselves and have the people, the public works people to paint. I don't think that they need to be licensed or anything to paint the building. I think if we just bought the paint and had them paint it, it could save us, $1,660. So they're the two that I would be against, and the other three I would be for.
Any other questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Can I get a motion? I'm sorry, Ms. Rodriguez?
Yeah, I just want to make a request. I know that the channel is down on the TV, but I noticed that they are advertising the days that we meet, but in the past, they used to advertise the times of the meetings, and people are asking if that could be put back up so they know, since we have the school board on there, what time.
I think what Matt is trying to do is, in the left-hand corner, always keep a box that has the school board and the borough council times the meeting will be on. So no matter what's showing on the screen, there'll always be a box saying council work session, council regular meeting, council, school board, meeting 1, school board meeting 2, or however they list theirs.
Okay.
He's trying to get a feel for how long the school board runs and how long the council meetings run, so he really wants to establish a set time, like 5 o'clock every night the council meeting's on.
Okay.
7 o'clock every night this is on.
Yeah, some people are asking, can it
Right.
be advertised again, because they don't seem to know what's when.
And it was down where they weren't showing our last couple meetings, they didn't show the school board meeting, so it was over the holiday weekend, but he's trying to get all this done, including the website, which he's been working on.
Okay, thank you.
I have one thing. I'm sure we all saw the kind of the windstorm that we had a few days ago. I guess it wasn't an official windstorm. It was very windy. And there were some neighbors in Harriman, I know Councilwoman Cullen was also contacted on it, who were, I guess, inconvenienced by the status or the state of their neighbor's property compared to what was happening to their property based just on the wind. I certainly have the utmost confidence in our current inspector, but I guess a question that I would like us to start considering for the spring is, what is our inspector's ability to actually see to things that are really causing not just damage, but they're really causing a lot of concerns for the people that are living next to some of what they had to live next to in this certain situation. I know these are very good people, and this is just an isolated incident, but I feel as if it's something that, is our inspector able to accomplish what we need him to be able to accomplish in incidents where neighbors are, I would say, at risk based on what it is that they're having to deal with?
If there's any safety issue at all, they could address that immediately.
Right.
If there's unsightly things, I mean, he has to go through the proper
Right.
procedure, citing you, getting you to do, if not take you to court.
By ability, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Larry.
If they've already had been cited and they haven't moved the trash that's out there and the things that are flying around, are we allowed to remove them? That's my question.
Mr. Solano, you want to answer that? I don't know, Lorraine.
I really don't know what you're talking
about the specifics, and I'm not sure you want to get into.
It flew into someone else's yard, which could have hurt people. You know what I mean?
There's a property that had things that were not removed for a long time. There was also something there that was legal, by the way, the thing that was there that actually blew onto the neighbor's yard. But my question is, this property has simply been not really taken care of for a very long time.
You're talking about like siding hanging down?
Well,
Much
there's
worse.
a missing window, there's
Much
probably
worse.
2 weeks' worth of trash out front, there's a grill that's laying on the ground.
Couple grills.
Couple grills laying, and again, this is just an isolated incident, so I'm asking more of a generic question about...
I think what I would do is to familiarize yourself with how things are handled, is meet with John.
Sure.
Let him give you a, question and answer type thing back and forth, and I'm sure John could have all the answers you need. But I know if we're citing somebody, it's frustrating on our end because you have to go through the proper channels. And some people will get cited, go to district court, pay the fine, and don't remove the trash.
Right.
That's what we're talking about.
And then we have to start the process over again, and next time, when you go in front of the judge, he says, okay, we already fined you, say $50, now we're going to fine you $300.
Right.
And they may pay that fine, and then start the process over
Yeah.
again.
And that is what's happening.
Right, so it's a matter of people that just, they don't care.
No, and I do understand that. When I said ability, I don't want that to be misconstrued that I don't trust in John's ability.
No, I didn't mean that. I'm saying to get familiar with how the process works, I think talking to him would help. I got two things I'm glad before we adjourn. One is the street sweeper starts tomorrow. My recommendation is that you move your car, and we're going to have the borough workers probably following the street sweeper on some of these streets, that if trees are too low and things, they have an opportunity to pull right up and cut the limbs that are hanging too low. So we could do some maintenance work, maybe if a curb needs to be painted and things like that. So don't put your car right back after the street sweeper passes. Give us an opportunity. We may be a block behind trying to catch up to the street sweeper, but this gives us an opportunity to do some maintenance work when the cars are moved. It's never been about tickets, it's about keeping the streets clean. That was our intention from the beginning, and, there's a lot of trash that'll start picking up, and if people would take the time to sweep their sidewalks like they did before and put the stuff out, we'll pick it up. But it takes 2 minutes, it doesn't cost you anything to sweep your front lawn, sidewalk, and make the front of your property presentable. And that was the purpose I brought up the April, May, and June, the paint up, fix up, to try to change the appearance of some of these homes in town where the permit would be free. So try to work with us over the next few weeks with the street sweeper. The other thing is, I wanted to give everybody from the borough an update on something that's, I think some people will be happy about. Weight Watchers has now opened up every Thursday evening at 6:30 p.m. at St. Anne's Church. So if anybody wants to join or whatever, gives people an opportunity. You don't have to drive out to Ben Salem or to the mall. It's basically to help anybody, and I'm sure everybody's saying I should be the first one in line Thursday night to sign up. But anybody that wants to go or anybody that is a member, instead of traveling out of town now, you can go right to St. Anne's Church basement, and it's at 6:30 every Thursday night. So it's another service to the community to help people that are interested in getting in shape. I'm not, but besides that, if anybody is, you can go there. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Sure.